Kingdoms Part 6, Plant Structures. So we have three different types of plant tissue. Dermal, which is the outside tissue. Vascular, which is going to be the vessels inside, such as the xylem that transports water and the phloem that transports nutrients. And ground tissue, which stores nutrients in the ground. Again, xylem is going to carry water, and it carries water from the roots up through the stem to the leaves. And it pulls in that direction, even though we don't think that that should work because of gravity. But what happens is on the leaves, the water evaporates, and this is called transpiration. And every time it's pulled to go through transpiration, it pulls along the stem and the roots to pull up more water due to cohesion. Again, the sticking together of like molecules. Phloem carries the food and nutrients or dissolved sugars throughout the entire plant. Transports in plants we know about as turgor pressure. Now, turgor pressure is going to be talking about the water inside of our central vacuole. If we have a full central vacuole, that central vacuole will be pushing on the interior portion of the cell wall, making the cell walls strong and sturdy, so our plant will be upright. If there's low water in the central vacuole, then there's not going to be as much pressure pushing on those cell walls, and the cell walls will be a little more flimsy, and we'll see the plant wilt. Leaves. Leaves increase surface area for photosynthesis. We see gas exchange occurs here, carbon dioxide coming in for photosynthesis, and oxygen is released. And again, it's the site of transpiration, the evaporation of water from the leaves, and it helps pull the water up from the roots through the stem to the leaves. Now, characteristics. We have a blade, which is what we call our leaf. The thing that attaches the leaf to the actual stem is the petiole, the veins of the leaves. The veins of the leaves carry water and nutrients throughout the blade. Our axillary bud, which is where new baby leaves or stems can grow. And then we have a node, which is a region of the stem where leaves or new branches arise. Again, we have a different form of a blade over here. And if the blade wraps around the stem, it is known as a sheath. Underneath, we do have another larger area known as a node. Again, that region of growth. Classification of leaves. Simple leaf is only going to be one blade per petiole. Compound leaves have multiple blades per petiole. Classification of leaves according to their veins. A palmate leaf starts at the center, at the base, and then radiates out like your palm. And a pinnate leaf resembles a pin. It has one main central vein, and then smaller veins coming off of it. So again, palmate leaf, compound, or pinnate leaf, compound. Cross-section of a leaf. We have a cuticle, which is a waxy surface area of the leaf. This is to keep water in. The upper epidermis, or the upper layer. Our placidiae, mesophyll. Mesophyll can be middle fill. We have our vascular bundle that has the xylem and phloem. We have the lower epidermis that has stomata or guard cells that can open to release water. And we have our spongy mesophyll, which is another middle layer that is like a sponge, so it has opening and air pockets. Leaves have adaptation so that plants can survive in their environment. Some are in a very warm environment and they need to keep water in, and so they can do this by many different ways. A thicker waxy cuticle will keep water from escaping. Fewer stomata, fewer openings to keep more water in. Those stomata might only open at night during the cool temperatures so that water won't evaporate as quickly. The large flat blades increase the sun capture for photosynthesis, and thin blades might decrease the wind so that it can decrease transpiration and keep more water. Our stems, the purpose again, are going to be supporting of the flowers and transport of nutrients. We have four different types. Herbaceous, which is going to be on the flower, shrub-like, vine-like, and tree-like. So again, herbaceous, shrub-like, vine-like, and tree-like. Roots. There are three types. The taproot has a large, fleshy appearance, grows deep into the ground, searching for food and water, and is mostly found on two-seed leaf plants, or dicots. Our fibrous root has a huge bundle, lots and lots of fibers, close together at the surface of the soil, mostly found in one-seed leaf plants, or monocots. Our adventitious root helps develop in climbing plants, and these roots can actually grab a hold of different things and hold it steady, such as ivy. That's why ivy can climb trees. And it helps modified underground systems, such as bulbs, and is common in both dicots and monocots. So here we have a taproot. Here's another taproot. Here's a fibrous root. And we see this growing out. And so I would say this is the adventitious root. Plant diversity. There's all different types of plants. We have all different types of size, woodiness, how they reproduce is different, and their lifespans can be different. We can go from teeny tiny all the way up to the red forest. Okay, here's another image of that red sequoia forest, which can be found in the uppers of California and Oregon and Washington. These trees are huge, and they're thought to be some of the oldest trees in North America. Plant size depends on the vascular system. If they have a good vascular system that can go throughout the entire plant, then they can grow bigger and stronger. All trees and vines and flowering plants, again, have this vascular system. Now, mosses and non-vascular plants have to stay low and small to the ground because they have to stay touching that water source. Chemical plant hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers that control the plant's patterns of growth and development and how it responds to the environmental conditions. So the hormones are basically telling the plant what to do. So when auxins are created, it stimulates cell elongation to help in growth. Cytokines also help stimulate cell division, lateral growth, and causes seeds to sprout. Gibberellians produce a dramatic increase in fruit size and stem size. And ethylene stimulates that fruit to ripen. Tropism. Tropism is when a plant responds to the external environment. Now, it can respond in a positive way, moving towards the stimulus, or in a negative way, moving away from the stimulus. Geotropism is in response to gravity. How does the plant respond to gravity? Does it still continue to grow upwards even though gravity is pulling it down? Hydrotropism. Is it moving towards the water or shrinking back away from the wall? Thigmotropism is how it responds to things touching it. Does the vine wrap around that frame that you put it beside and grab a hold of it? Or does it shy away from things touching it? Phototropism, like our sunflowers, and how it responds and bends towards the light or away from the light. Sunflowers will actually track the sun as it moves through the sky. And that's all I have for you today. Bye.